All right, top story at this hour. Let's begin by telling you about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Japan. He's landed in Tokyo. The Prime Minister has spoken about how he is looking forward to meet with Japan Prime Minister. Will explore avenues on collaborations, will deepen India-Japan partnership. India is seeking closer ties on the Asia tour. This clearly to offset fallout from US tariffs. Prime Minister Modi is in Japan. This visit comes amid the backdrop of rising trade tensions between India and US and also Japan and US. Shivani Sharma has got more details on that story. Shivani, take us through the itinerary of Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he seeks to build even deeper than what we already have, our diplomatic ties with Japan. And interestingly, like I mentioned, it comes at the outset, or rather in the backdrop of the kind of developments that we are seeing vis-a-vis the trade tensions between Japan and US on one hand and India and US on the other.
Certainly, Sneha, this is a very important two-day visit to Japan by Prime Minister Modi, and there he will be meeting his Japanese counterparts. When we talk about Japan, it also happens to be one of the important Quad partners, and so is the United States, with which we are facing the tariff issues right now. But when Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be he's landed there in Japan. He will be meeting the Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru in a bilateral form of talks for the first time. This will be the India-Japan Annual Summit, Sneha. That happens to be very important. There will be discussions around the economic ties between both the countries, also the defense ties. We share a good bond with Japan when it comes to defense also. And a lot is to be done in the fields of AI and semiconductors. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be visiting one of the plants of semiconductors on a high-speed train. So a lot of takeaways from this particular visit. And not only this, Neha, there are plans to have at least 5 lakh people-to-people exchanges. And these discussions will be done over 2 days. He will also be meeting important political leaders, business people in Japan. And of course, he will be meeting the Indian diaspora, who was already present to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he landed in Tokyo.
All right, important today really for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, for India, US-Japan ties. Like Shivani was telling us, a meeting with the diaspora on the cards. Pictures on your screen are of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's just a few moments ago landed in Japan. I understand, and Shivani talked to us about what's on the agenda as far as business, as far as investment is concerned. I understand that investment pledges worth $68 billion also during the two-day visit is what is expected to be signed between two nations. An economic security pact as well, focusing importantly on AI, critical minerals, semiconductors. These are also likely to be signed. Shivani.
What's being said is that the investments that Japan has in India, they are aimed to get double in the coming years, and that would be one of the major agendas to uplift the economic ties between India and Japan, and especially when we are facing a lot of tariff issues with the United States. So we are working with US to resolve the issue, but yes, certainly the other global partners who are the friendly partners of India, we are increasing our trade with them. We are looking ahead and going ahead with plans to increase our trade with them. Their investments in India must increase. Remember, before leaving India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi took us to that plant where we saw the Suzuki plant in Gujarat. And a lot of Make in India efforts are going on with the collaborations of partners. So in Japan's visit, also Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be working on such plans where we can have more investments from Japan in India. We can have more people from Japan working in India, more Indians going to Japan, working there. Skilled personnel exchange is also on the cards. The semiconductor industry, the AI industry, the bullet trains, the high-speed trains, which we can collaborate with Japan for a better economy in India, is also on the cards. So all this is happening here, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be holding a number of meetings over next 2 days. He's just arrived there. There are a number of meetings. So this India and Japan Annual Summit is also going to take place at around 2:30, according to the Indian Standard Time. Not only this, he will also be presented by the Daruma doll by the chief priest of Shorinjan. This is the Darumaji temple. This is also going to happen today. He will be called on by the Japanese dignitaries. So he's going to meet a lot of people, and the major event is the business event. That is the first major event of the day. And tomorrow, as I was telling you, that he's going to visit a semiconductor plant. He's also going to the Tokyo Electron factory with the Prime Minister himself. So this is a very important day. In fact, the 2 days of Prime Minister's visit will bring a lot on the table for India.
I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Shivani Sharma getting in those details and putting that important story into perspective for us. It's a visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi landed in Tokyo already. Shivani took us through the details of what is expected as far as investments are concerned. Also, deepening of diplomatic and cultural ties, importantly, for both the nations that have a shared history, is what we will be looking at in the next 2 days.